Okay, so let's go ahead and summarize just everything that we've kind of talked about so far, so that way we kind of remember everything, and that way we don't forget anything or leave anything out, okay? So, our main goal right now is to try to alleviate your son's constipation, and now we've kind of discussed that we want to do that naturally. We want to do it without medication if possible, or the least amount of medication that is warranted for his constipation to alleviate that. So our first plan is to try and alter his diet, of course. So currently he's consuming quite a large amount of dairy products. So we kind of want to decrease the amount of those, since they're very much lacking in fiber, and sometimes too much dairy products can actually cause us to be constipated. So ideally, we still want him to get the calcium and vitamin D from those products, so we don't want to eliminate those entirely from the diet. But instead we would just like to limit it back. So I know that you've been doing skim milk, so if we could possibly limit that back to just about 2 cups, and then maybe about an ounce of cheese each day, that would probably greatly help with that. And instead of increasing juices, we can increase our fluids still with using like water. So right now we currently should be aiming to get about 1.3 to 1.7 liters of fluids. So that looks about like 5 to 7 cups. And the majority of that should be water. With your 2 cups coming from milk, you can count that towards your fluid intake per day. But we do want a large amount from water. Water will help, fluids in general will help that constipation and ease those stools through his gut. So another tip we kind of suggested was to incorporate whole fruits and vegetables as a snack idea, instead of some of the foods that he's currently been eating, such as like goldfish or juice. Juice lacks the fiber because the fiber is in the skin of a lot of fruits. Same with vegetables too. So if you had like vegetable juice, that's why we want to do whole pieces of fruit and whole vegetables as potential snacks. Because we do want to get the most fiber possible. And I can always give you handouts on fiber-rich foods that are easy for kids, like some tips for fiber-friendly foods for kids. So I can always give you that handout if you're interested in that. Also, since we're not seeing his weight moving much, we also suggest to get more calories, since it seems that we're not getting enough to support that growth. So your son should be getting around 1,300 to 1,400 calories each day. So we want him to eat and drink more. We want to place a big emphasis on those fiber-rich foods. And like I said, I can give you that handout. And on top of all of this, we want him to play and be active as much as possible throughout the day. They usually recommend limiting screen time to about 1 hour per day. So this activity also really helps with those bowel movements as well. So if we can stick to these recommendations, we should see a major improvement in his constipation, and hopefully we won't have to resort to any other treatment or medication. And if we need to, we can also talk to the doctor too. We can kind of consult with him to see if he recommends a probiotic, since there is some research that shows that they may have potential in helping cause or relieve some of that constipation chronically in children. Obviously there needs to be more research done in this area, but we can talk to your doctor about that and see if maybe he recommends that. I'll be following up with you guys quite frequently though, so in order to make everything go smoothly, make sure that everything is going smoothly at our next follow-up, and I'll check your progress, as well as answer any questions that you may still have or think of over the time that we're away. So if you don't have any questions for me now, this will conclude our session, but feel free to reach out if you have any concerns whatsoever, and I'll see you both next time.